Impact of cybercrime. Did you know what happens when cybercrime goes beyond just stealing money? In today's interconnected world, the effects of cybercrime ripple far wider than you might imagine, threatening not just finances, but reputations, national security, and even the trust that holds society together. From hospital systems being paralyzed by ransomware to elections being manipulated through fake news campaigns, cybercrime is a silent but powerful force that can disrupt lives, businesses, and entire nations. In this video, we'll explore the multi-dimensional impact of cybercrime, diving into its economic, operational, societal, and national security consequences. By the end, you'll understand why protecting yourself and your organization goes beyond installing antivirus software. It's about safeguarding trust, resilience, and stability in the digital world. Cybercrime is far more than a financial nuisance. Its effects ripple across individuals, organizations, national economies, governance systems, and the global community. Understanding these impacts is crucial for building strong cyber governance frameworks, shaping effective policies, and developing adaptive defense strategies. The consequences of cybercrime can be broadly categorized into four major dimensions: economic and financial impact, operational and reputational impact, societal and psychological impact, and national and global security impact. Starting with the economic and financial dimension, cybercrime imposes both direct and indirect costs. Direct financial losses are often immediate and tangible. Victims may lose money through theft, extortion, such as ransomware payments or fraudulent transfers. Consider business email compromise and online banking frauds, which collectively lead to billions of dollars in losses annually. Indirect financial costs compound these losses. Organizations must invest in incident response, digital forensics, data restoration, and legal services. Downtime and business interruptions create additional financial strain, while regulatory fines, penalties, and increased insurance premiums further add to the burden. These expenses illustrate that the impact of cybercrime extends far beyond immediate theft, affecting long-term operational viability and profitability. Repeated cyber incidents also erode market and investor confidence. Companies that experience major breaches often see stock prices drop 5 to 10%, especially when customer data or critical intellectual property is exposed. This loss of trust can destabilize markets and slow economic growth. On a macroeconomic scale, cybercrime diverts resources from innovation to remediation, slows digital transformation, and undermines trust in e-commerce and e-governance, particularly in developing economies where digital infrastructure may be fragile. Cybercrime also carries profound operational and reputational consequences. Service disruptions caused by attacks such as distributed denial of service, DDoS, or ransomware can halt critical operations. For instance, a ransomware attack on a hospital may delay patient care or even compromise life support systems. Data loss and intellectual property theft further exacerbate these effects. Breaches involving trade secrets, research data, or proprietary software can erode competitive advantage, and for government or research institutions, loss of classified information may jeopardize strategic initiatives. Reputation is equally at stake. Customers' trust is fragile, and breaches can trigger public backlash, social media condemnation, and erosion of client loyalty. Rebuilding credibility often takes years of careful communication, transparency, and proactive engagement. Legal and regulatory consequences also loom large. Organizations may face scrutiny, fines, or lawsuits if there is evidence of negligence in protecting data. Violations of Nigeria's Data Protection Act, NDPA, or the EU GDPR can result in substantial penalties and long-lasting reputational damage. Beyond financial and operational losses, cybercrime profoundly affects society and individual psychology. Repeated exposure to scams, identity theft, or misinformation breeds public skepticism toward digital systems, e-commerce, and online banking. Victims of cyberstalking, cyberbullying, and online fraud may experience anxiety, fear, humiliation, or social withdrawal, with trauma comparable to physical victimization. Identity theft further compromises personal autonomy and dignity, often requiring long and stressful recovery processes to restore financial and social standing. Cyber-enabled information warfare, fake news, and online propaganda exacerbate social polarization, distort public perception, and threaten democratic processes. On a national and global scale, cybercrime presents serious security risks. Attacks targeting critical infrastructure, such as power grids, transport networks, healthcare systems, and financial institutions, can threaten civilian safety and disrupt essential services. Cyber espionage by nation-states allows access to military, diplomatic, and economic intelligence, eroding trust among states and escalating geopolitical tensions. Cyber terrorism, which blends traditional terror tactics with digital means, can spread fear, coordinate attacks, and amplify propaganda. Hybrid warfare, combining cyber operations with disinformation and sabotage, challenges conventional definitions of war and peace. Transnational cybercrime networks exploit jurisdictional gaps, undermining global economic stability and complicating diplomatic relations. To illustrate the impact, consider a few generalized cases for training purposes. In one ransomware attack on a hospital, systems were encrypted, delaying patient care for 5 days, resulting in financial loss, patient safety risk, and public outrage. In a cyber espionage incident targeting a research institution, attackers exfiltrated classified vaccine research, leading to loss of intellectual property and reduced competitiveness. A mass data breach at a telecom firm exposed over 10 million customer records, triggering regulatory sanctions, reputational harm, and identity theft risks. In another case, a coordinated fake news campaign during elections spread false information via bot networks, eroding public trust and creating political instability. The breadth and depth of cybercrime's impact demonstrate that it is not just a technical issue, but a multi-dimensional challenge affecting finances, operations, society, and national security. Understanding these consequences is vital for prioritizing defense strategies, shaping policy, and fostering resilience in an increasingly digital world. Know that you understand the far-reaching consequences of cybercrime. It's time to turn knowledge into action. Make sure you stay tuned to learn how to protect your data, your organization, and even national infrastructure from the evolving world of cybercrime. Every step you take towards cybersecurity awareness makes a difference, so let's take that next step together.